Hi and good evening. Welcome to our Facebook Live this evening. It's Tuesday, the 15th of March 2022. And my name is Jenny McCormack. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. If you're watching live and you have any comments or feedback or suggestions, then don't hesitate to pop them in the comment section. Hi Katie, and if there are any questions, then I will try and answer them live. If you're watching on replay or you're watching on YouTube, hi Tracy, then you're welcome to ask any questions or add any comments, and if it requires a response, a thank you or an answer, then I will get back to you. So just pop it in the comment section and I will get back to you in due course. So this week we are using, if I can find it, the Flowering Rain Boots stamp set. Here it is. This one here. Very sweet, a little stamp set. Hi Jill. And this has a, as you can see, a watering can, welly boots, and a pot. And then we have a series of flowers. So we've got like little daisies here and tulips here. Little packet of seeds. And then 4 sentiments that go with it. And I saw in passing on YouTube a video that Frenchie Stamps had done. Frenchie she's called, she's French Canadian, and she created some welly boots with this sort of design with little hearts on. Let me just bring it up. And I thought, what a fun idea to make a whole series of little designer boots and pop them onto a card. Hi Sarah, thanks for joining us, lovely to have you online. So I thought this would be really good fun. So I've had a little play and I've had a look in my cupboard to see what else I've got, because you want some small stamps here. If I just bring these up. So this one I've stamped in real red and used the hearts from Whale Done. This one I've used the little flowers from Blossoms in Bloom, and this one I used the goldfish from Whale Done as well. If you're not sure, you can see the fish in there. I say goldfish, they're fish stamped in orange. So I thought it'd be good fun just to show you how I did that and how to create some different ideas. These were the cards that we made earlier this week. Oh, only yesterday. This one here with the welly boots and the tulips, and this has got the tulips on the envelope and inside of here. And then the other one I created was this one with the watering can and the flowers, and then I've added the flowers across the bottom like so. So that was yesterday's, and you can see those on replay if you need to. Tulip's really cute, isn't it, Sarah? Really cute. Okay, so let me show you how I created these, and we're going to go on to do some other ones, and I'll just make a simple card with them all lined up because I thought that would be really good fun. So I've just got some piece of basic white scrap paper, and the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my Wellington boots. Now there is a die for these, which is this one here, and I'm going to use that to cut them out. Yes, the tulips would make a perfect Easter card. So I'm just going to clean this off like so. And I could do with a cloth just to dry that because my chamois a bit wet. Hi Joe, good evening. Yes, Katie, it would make a nice Mother's Day card. So for this one I'm going to do stars, I've decided. So I had a quick raid of my stamp sets to find any small images. So this one has got a little star. So what I'm going to do is stamp my Wellington boot in Balmy Blue and add my stars in Misty Moonlight, which would make a great young boys card, wouldn't it? I think. So just going to ink this up and just pop it onto my piece of spare basic white card, like so. And I do like the way all of the shading is done for you, so you don't even need to colour anything in, it's all there ready. Let's just wipe that off. Hope you've had a good day, Joe. Okay, so I'm going to grab a small block and the little star. There it is. Like that. And I'm going to stamp it in the darker blue. Like so. Now, what I want to make sure is that it looks like the hearts go behind, if you can see that on this one here. Because if I just stamped them over, it wouldn't look right, going over the bridge there between the two boots. So what I've done is I stamped onto a post-it note. In fact, I've got one here that I've cut out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut along the edge of this boot so that this will act as a mask between the two boots. I'm not sure why I've got such large scissors. Let me take my glasses off. So I'm just going to cut around here, like so. And what that means is when I'm stamping on the right, I can pop my mask on the left, and then when I'm stamping on the left, I can pop this mask on the right. Now you could just use a bit of paper, you know, if you just had a bit of post-it note, you could literally just put it across there if you wanted to. And the other thing I can do, although I don't need to for this, is where I've cut out the Wellington boot previously, I could use that as a mask around my boot, so when I was stamping it doesn't go around the edge. Okay, but I'm going to die cut these anyway, like I've done these. Okay, so I'm just going to grab, oh excellent, so Joe is one of my lovely team members, along with Tracy, and they both run Coffee and Card, and Joe has 2 venues locally that she does that in, and Tracy does, so Joe's based not far from me, just literally up the road, and she does sessions in Tower Weston and also Cropperty near Banbury, and our lovely Tracy runs her sessions over in Wiltshire near, oh well, in Calne, C-A-L-N-E, Calne. Okay, so I'm just going to pop 1 or 2 stars on here, and I'm just going to, yes, get the right one, mask this one off, like so. Just going to move it very slightly to the left, and I will lift this up when I've done it so that you can see, because I appreciate it's probably a little way from the screen at the moment. So now what I can do is pop a star going down here. If I just lift this off, you'll see what I mean, hopefully. So can you see it's got the star going behind this boot? Okay, let's pop this one back on. I may or may not need it for these. So this is just a form of masking. And I'm just going to use this edge here so that I can stamp one on the edge of our boot. I'll lift that up. So I hope you can see that okay, like that. And then I'm going to do the same but on the other side. And I want to make sure that I'm not stamping one straight next to that one there, so I'm going to stamp one here so that my next one comes a bit further down. Otherwise it might look like I've misstamped them. Okay, so covering that one up. And you could do this with anything, so it could be the watering can, this could be dresses, whatever you want where you've got an open area that you want to fill in, basically. So let's pop one in here, and again I'm going to bring this in, and I don't want this to go around the bottom of the sole of the boot, so I'm just going to pop it in there like that. So hopefully when I take those away you can see that I've got some boots. Okay, let's do a different design just for a bit of fun. So that was the start from Hats Off, but basically you're just looking for any small design that you could use. So on Well Done, for example, we do have this little seahorse, so I could try one with the seahorse on either side. Obviously you could do flowers, and then I'll cut these out in a minute. So let's do another one. I'm hoping that'll be big enough. So for this one I'm going to do a seahorse. So I'm going to use a Mango Melody ink pad, and I'm going to try and stamp this off first so I have a lighter Wellington boot because it includes the shading. Oh, Jules had the day and evening to herself. Oh, perfect. Just cooking dinner. Very nice. A G&T, that can't be bad. That can't be bad at all. Okay. So I'm just going to stamp this and then stamp it on the other side. Actually, they're quite light anyway. Let's see. So I am using a foam mat underneath just to give it a little bit of cushioning. Yeah, that's a bit too light, so I might be able to use that in the first instance. And then I'm going to dig out the little seahorse. And put this sort of on the side, like so. Now I might need a darker ink. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so it's not really, I mean, it's showing up, isn't it? if you can see that, but it's not really that much of a contrast. So let me try a different colour combination. Oops, put my fingers in the ink. So I'm just going to try So Saffron on my boots. Actually, what I might do is use cinnamon cider for my seahorse. Just so we're not hunting for colours for too long, because I know everybody is busy. Okay, so I released details over the weekend of my next class in a box, and I've had plenty of bookings so far, so thank you to those that have booked. And you can see samples of the cards on our videos from yesterday. Okay, that's better. So this is cinnamon cider. There we go. So there's my wellies with those on, and I'm just wondering whether to put a little bit of this leaf going up either side. I might just try it, and then I'll do a floral one. Leaf seaweed. Yeah, let's give it a go. So let's choose a darkish colour for that. So I'm thinking evening evergreen. So this may or may not work. Let's move that one out of the way. Cover this one up. Okay, so going to mask off the boots to start with, and I'm concentrating on the one on the left first. So I'm just moving that mask up, and you could use a post-it note or a bit of tape to hold that in place if you wanted to. And actually going to move this up a little bit more, and then pop this on here. So before I do any more, there we go. That's worked. Quite sweet. So just going to add another little bit of weed here on the left hand side, seaweed. Like that. And a little bit more down here, I think. So you can have just some great fun coming up with some original designs. So just making sure that I'm masking off anything that I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be covered in, sorry. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. This time I have my boot on the left covered up, and then this area here on the right covered up. So it looks a bit fussy, I appreciate that. Just wanted to see whether this would work. Simple as. Just want to move that out of the way. There we go. There we go. So we've got our seahorses and our little bit of greenery. Now that's just given me an idea. Not that I'm going to do it now, but this would make great stripes for a zebra, because you could do it that way. I think I'm going to have to just try that now. I am going to use going to use grey, I think. Sorry, I've just got to try it now I've thought of it. Like you do, because I know what I'm like. It will go out of my mind and I'll completely forget what I was doing. Okay, so welcome to anybody else who has joined us. So this is basic grey. Let's grab a piece here. Try not to lose my little seahorse. So if it would go that way, save some paper, which it will. And when I'm here, just have another one. Okay, so what I want to do is use this to go left and right. To change seaweed into zebra stripes. So let's grab one of these. So I'm going to concentrate on the left boot first, like so, and my boot here. And actually when I cut this out, I think I cut 2 post-it notes. I did. So I can just use this one's got a little bit more stick then. Okay, so I've got my boot there. Let's try it. Of course it may not work at all. And I'm just changing, turning it around each time. It might have been better if I had if I used black for my zebra stripes. I didn't want to use black for the boots because this shading would have been black and you wouldn't have been able to see it particularly well. But it seems to be doing the trick. Just add one in here at the bottom. There we go. I'll lift it up. Can you see my zebra stripes on there? So because I started on that, I'm just going to leave it with the grey, but I would do, if I was doing that again, I'd do the stripes probably in black. Okay. Right, I've got my mask on there. So let's lift this off and have a look. So if you can see, I think I need more ends rather than middles. So let's just do that other side. So it just goes to show, doesn't it, when you start, what you see. And yet I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have thought of those as zebra stripes at all. Okay, let's pop this back on. Just going to do this very bottom part of the boot. And I'm just turning it around each time. Good morning, Kerry. I hope you're well. So we're playing with patterned Wellington boots. So maybe not as it's not as clear to you as I think it is to me, but I reckon if I'd used black for that, I've used the seaweed piece here from Whale Done to make zebra markings. So for anybody who's joined me thinking, what on earth is she doing? There is that. Okay, so the other ones I've created, I've done this one here with the stars and the blue wellies. And then I've got this one here with seahorses and a little bit of weed on them. And then ones I did earlier was this one here with the red boots and the hearts. This one, garden green with little magenta madness flowers. And then this one here with some fish swimming either side. So I'm going to cut those out. I'm just going to create a fun little card with these. I'm just wondering, the other thing you could do would be a like a camouflage using blending pens. So I'm just going to try that on here very quickly with some different shades of green. So I've got soft succulent, mint macaron, just jade, and maybe, I would say cinnamon cider. So I'm just going to try that on here. This may not work at all because I've only just thought of it. So I'm just going to take my glasses off so I can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to do some camouflage has quite distinct sort of shapes, doesn't it, like that? And obviously if you are an artist you could draw your own flowers and things on there. For those of you that follow me, you'll know that I'm no artist. Okay, so this is soft succulent. Oh, and talking about following me, you may have spotted on my Jemini Crafts Facebook page this morning that I checked my subscribers on YouTube, and as of this morning there were 985, and it would be lovely to get to the 1,000. So if you follow me on YouTube and you haven't subscribed, I'd love you to do that. Really appreciate it. Or if you know anybody that you think would like my style, then feel free to share that. And I think it's gone up to 988 as of this afternoon, so I think I need a giveaway when I get to 1,000. So I am just adding sections of colour. No, I don't actually know if you have camouflage wellies. I seem to remember you do children's ones. Oh, thank you, Kerry. I was really surprised, I have to say. So, you know, thanks to everybody for supporting me from all around the world, which is really nice. Yeah, this is sort of working, isn't it? So let's just add trim there. Right, what is this one? Dark mint macaron. Have I used that one? And let's grab Evening Evergreen. So the base of this was just stamped in basic grey. So I better do this bit at the top. I'll lift it up so you can see, because I appreciate you can't really see much of what's going on. There we go. Hope you can see that. My camouflage wellies. Let's add a bit of colour down here. So we've had a lovely summer's day, a lovely sunny day here today. So I hope it's been nice wherever you are. So I'm just filling in the gaps a little bit. So in. I think I probably need another brown, so I've got dark cinnamon cider in here. So I'm guessing if you've got somebody that's not that people in the armed forces would actually wear camouflage welly boots, but there you go. Okay. Right. Okay, and then I'm just going to use this to go over we have it. Well, that was an unexpected one, I have to say. And I guess I could have just drawn zebra stripes if I was feeling confident enough. And as I said, if you're good at drawing, you could do your own. Oh, we're just going to add that a little bit darker. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's make a card now. I've had enough. You've seen enough playing. There we go. Okay, so let's cut these out. So I'm just going to use my mini die cut and emboss machine to cut these out. So this is on offer this month. So if you're at your beginning stage of crafting, then the mini machine is a great offer. It's 20% off at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to pop that on there, pop the die on top, pop the plate on top to hold it in place, and then just hoping that I've got enough space here, just whizzing it through. Only needs to go through once. It's a simple die cut. And then you could keep the stencils of those ready for if you're doing any more colouring of panels, so that you could mask it off. Oops, hope that's not wobbling the camera too much. There we go. There we are. Thanks, Kathy. That's really appreciated, and thanks for your kind comments as well on my earlier videos. So I've got some camouflage boots, and finally my little cheat zebra print boots. You could also do, obviously, just do your own spots, couldn't you? Just with a pen, or I'll show you something that you could also do. So there's my zebra boots. So I've got lots of different ones now. So just have a little bit of fun. Dig out your small stamps and have fun with those. Move these plates out of the way. So I just want to show you one more idea if you haven't seen this done before. Get rid of those bits. Just grab another piece of card. And I'm just going to ink this up in, doesn't really matter, I've got clips of coral here. So I hope you're well, Kathy. So this is Calypso Coral. And then a really easy way to add dots, especially if you don't have a pen, is if you have a pencil with a rubber on the end, you can, especially if it's a rubber that's not a lot of good, actually this is really no good, you can dip that in the ink and then, not that one though, let's find a better one. Try to find one with a flat end. Let's try this one. So you can dip this in the ink and create your own spots, like so. So if you haven't got a little round stamp that you could use, then improvise. Have a look on your craft desk, see what else you've got. This is quite an old one, so it's slightly misshapen, and then you can do the same and just mask off the right hand boot when you come to the join. Like that. Let's pop one in there. There we go. And obviously you can do the same on the left, but I don't think we need to. Put one in there like that. There we are. So you can just have a bit of fun, and you can make patterns. If you're good at doodling, then it's perfect. You could just doodle on there, do all sorts of things. So just a little bit of fun. Let's make a card out of this peculiar mix. Let's see what we can do. So, oh, that's my envelope. That's no good, is that? Right, let me grab a piece of card. I've got some backing layers of card that I can use and then pop it onto a white piece. And I'm going to put something on the bottom. Whether I'll stamp it, I don't know. Let's see. So I'm going to pop these up. So that's quite fun. I might actually take a coloured background. Let's just see. So I've got this one here. Balmy blue. Just see if that's any better. Yeah, I think it is. So you can just have these, and in fact that would make a cute Mother's Day card for somebody who had 3 children. You could make that into a Mother's Day. Let's just see. These 3 would make another one, sort of boys or young people's cards. Or I've got this one with the goldfish, so plenty to choose from. Now I've got my spots as well, but I think I'm going to go with these 3. So let's stamp on the bottom here. I think what I'll do is I will use a bit of the ocean front and stamp in a darker blue so it looks like they're in puddles or something. That one will do nicely. Let's grab that one. That was a bit of a larger block for what I need. So it's Tuesday night, isn't it? Ooh, 45 degrees. Wow. Yes, so wellies, Wellington boots. Yes. Depending on where you are, boots can be cowboy boots, of course. Texas and places like that. Right, let's grab a bit of stuff there, and I'm just going to do that in Misty Moonlight if that's still to hand, which it is. Oops. Gum boots. Oh yes, of course you do in Australia. Gum boots, yes. It's funny, isn't it, how they're called different things in different places. So I'm just using this and turning it round because it's got its own sort of light and dark areas like that. Let's see what that looks like. Might need to make it a little bit taller, I'm not quite sure. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Just wondering if I need to separate those out like that. And I think I might do the blue across the top as well. Could do it all the way over. Decisions. Just going to put a line of this across the top. And I'm just going to turn it around to do it that way. There we go. Okay, I'm going to leave that out for my sentiment. So I had that one in the middle, that one, and that one there. Now, if you found that when you put it through the die cutting machine it didn't cut quite close enough, you might find it's closer on one side than the other, you could just use your scissors and trim that edge if you wanted to. But I think I'm going to put those two flat and that one on top, like so. And a sentiment across the top. Now that's the biggest question. What on earth am I going to put as my sentiment? Okay, I have an idea. The question is, can I find it? And I'm thinking this happy birthday here be rather good fun for triplets, wouldn't it? Or instead of 2, for twins. Let's do that like that. Okay, let's pop these out of the way. And we'll be done. So sorry I've gone on so long. I noticed on YouTube that the average watch time is about 11 minutes. So I'm about 5 times as long as I should be. So thank you for sticking with me if you've been here since the beginning. Okay, and I wonder if I'm right. Like a good boys card, wouldn't it? those three. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Let me lift that up. But I'm going to stick to my original plan. There we go. Right, let's pop these on. Sorry to keep you so long. If you're watching on replay, I'm hoping that you've skimmed through to this point. I might actually restamp that on a strip of white so it stands out a little bit better. I've got some strips of white here. I always have odd strips of white that I've cut up from card. So this one's going to go on dimensionals. There we go. Oh, that sounds like a trimmer falling down behind me. And indeed it is. Let's just move that out of the way. Now, if you have any of the embellishments that look like little raindrops, these would be perfect on here, wouldn't they? There we go. My wellie boots. And I am going to stamp happy birthday on here. So if you've had enough of watching me, I fully understand. You can just look out for the finished article. Just going to try that again. That's better. Let's reach a trimmer. Let's just trim that little bit off there. There we go. Oh yes, that's a really good idea. Yes, the cloud punch across the top. That would be very good. Right, let's pop this on dimensionals. There we go. There we have it. And that's going to go onto a white card. So I could, yes, you could add either the tops of the clouds, or you could punch out a cloud and then sponge through it to create the cloud effect, couldn't you? And you could also add a wink of Stella to the Wellington boots to make them sparkly. There we go. So just some layers onto there. Just turn that over, press it down. Now we have our finished card. So we've got stars, we've got flowers and hearts. So I hope you like that. A little bit of fun. And then the other boots we made were camouflage and fish, zebra, seahorse design and the spots. Let me pop those up so you can see them. And we're done for today. So thank you so much for being so patient and watching my different designs. So I will photograph the different boots. I'll cut these out as well so that you can see them. Thank you, Tracy. I'm impressed you're still watching, Tracy, as you hear right at the beginning. This is reflecting a bit in the light, so hopefully it'll come out a little bit better on the photograph. So thank you. I will be back tomorrow at 10 AM UK time, and so that will be 14 hours from now. I have to think about that. So if you're able to join me, I would love you to be able to do that. If you're watching on Catch Your Bob replay, I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me. Any questions, just add them in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now and thanks for watching.